Good afternoon to examiners and supervisors. Dr. Nur Hafifah binti Samsudin and also Dr. Yusmazida binti Muhammad Yusuf. We are from SAR 12. Today we'd like to do our ARS 4112 Retail Research Project 1 presentation. Our research title is Factors that Influencing Adoption of Cashless Payments Among University Students in Malaysia. And I am Goh Jian Chong, matrix number A2280194, the leader of SAR 12.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and hi to examiner and supervisor. My name is Mazlina binti Motar and my matric number is A22A0120.
Assalamualaikum and hi. I'm Rajana Zaida binti Raja Muhammad Zaid. Matric number is A22A0836.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad Afiq bin Fauzi. My matric number is A22A0319.
Now we would like to start our presentation. Next slide. Now is chapter 1 introduction. Next. Background of study. Malaysia's financial environment is rapidly transforming due to digitalization and fintech growth. Cashless payment systems like Touch and Go, e-wallet, Boostray Pay, and Shopee Pay have become part of daily life. This system promotes a cashless society by making financial transactions easier and faster. The Malaysian government supports this transformation through initiatives like Financial Sector Blueprint, Real-Time Retail Payment Platform (RPP), and this aim at improving efficiency, innovation, and financial inclusion. University students are among the highest users of cashless payment system because of high exposure to technology, desire for convenience and speed in daily activities. According to Septiani et al. 2025, the younger generation is flexible, tech-savvy, and dependent on smartphones. This making them ideal targets for e-wallet providers. However, adoption levels are varied because some adopt easily due to efficiency and flexibility, while others hesitate due to security, trust issues, or financial concerns. Next. Rahman et al. 2020 identified several critical factors, which are performance expectancy, facilitating condition, perceived technology security, social influence, innovativeness, and also hedonic motivation. So the research aimed to identify main variables affecting cashless payments adoption among Malaysian university students, and it considers three perspectives, which are technological, social, and psychological factors. The goal is to understand what drives or limits the acceptance of cashless payments among young consumers. Malaysia is moving rapidly toward a cashless society, so students play a key role in this transition as early adopters of digital finance. So understanding technological, social, and psychological influence helps service providers and policymakers improve cashless payment adoption. So I pass to next group member, please. Okay, for problem statement now. Cashless payments are growing in Malaysia, but usage among university students remain uneven. So according to Rama et al. 2020, government initiatives and tech investments promote e-payments, yet security and privacy concerns discourage some users. Many students still prefer cash due to a lack of trust in online systems. According to Septiani et al. 2025, low financial literacy and awareness affect students' ability to use cashless payments responsibly. Students who don't understand security or spending habits tend to avoid e-wallets and online banking. So for the key findings of Elsewhere and Allowed 2021, trust and technological security are major determinants of students' willingness to adopt cashless payments. There are some emerging influences which are social influence, entertainment or hedonic factors, and the research gaps is limited studies explore how social and emotional factors interact with technological factors. It highlights the need to examine technological, psychological, and social perspectives together in understanding student adoption behavior. Next.
Next, 1.3 research question. First, what are the primary drivers behind Malaysian university students' adoption of cashless payment method? Second, how do family, friends, or social influence affect students' decision to use cashless payment system? Third, how does security and trust in technology influence students' willingness to use cashless payment? Fourth, in what ways can cashless payment simplify and expedite everyday transaction for Malaysian university students? And the last one is, do Malaysian university students find it fascinating or pleasurable to make purchase without cash daily? Next. 1.4 research objective. First, to investigate the key elements influencing Malaysian university students' adoption of cash payment methods. Second, to investigate the effect of social influence on Malaysian university students' propensity to use cashless options. Third, to examine how the intention to use cashless payment system and perceived technological security relate to one another. Fourth, to investigate the relationship between cashless payment, uptake and performance expectancy, which includes convenience and usefulness. And the last one is to investigate if university students' acceptance of cashless payment is influenced by hedonic motivation, which is defined as enjoyment and satisfaction.
Now, let's move on section 1.5, scope of study. This study focused on examining the key factors influencing the adoption of cashless payment system among university students. University students we choose because they represent one of the most active groups is using digital technologies. Example, Touch and Go e-wallet, GrabPay, Boost, and Shopee Pay. So the study mainly target two groups, which is service providers and fintech companies. And second is universities and educators. It's important to note that this research did not include in-depth interview or focus group discussion. Instead, it's focused on collecting data from a larger group of respondents to get an overall picture of general pattern and behaviors. Now let's look at section 1.6, significance of the study. As we know, the world is moving towards digital transaction very quickly. Understanding how the younger generation adapts and engages with these technologies becomes increasingly important. Next, the finding of this research can also serve a valuable reference for future researchers who are interested in exploring the relationship between technology usage and financial behavior in specific demographic group. And lastly, the overall findings are expected to help improve cashless payment acceptance strategies and also contribute to academic discussion in fight of digital finance and customer behavior. Next presenter.
1.7 definition of term. This session explain the key terms used in our study to make it easier for reader to understand. The first term is cashless payment. Cashless payment refers to transaction that does not use physical cash. Instead, payment are made through electronic device such as mobile phone or card. The second term is performance expectancy. Performance expectancy means how much user believe that using a cashless payment system can help them complete financial transaction more efficiently and effectively. Next is social influence. Social influence refers to how people's decisions are affected by others around them, such as family members, friends, or even celebrities. The fourth term is perceived technology security. This means how safe and secure user feel when using cashless payment system. Next is hedonic motivation. The terms refer to fun, enjoyment, or pleasure that people experience when using cashless payment. The sixth term is facilitating condition. Facilitating condition refer to the availability of resource, knowledge, and support that help consumer use cashless payment system. And the last term is innovativeness. Innovativeness describes how willing a person to try new technologies earlier than others. Move on to section 1.8. Organization of the proposal. This proposal consists of the three chapters. Chapter 1 is the introduction. It includes the background of the study, problem statement, research question, research objective, scope of the study, significance of the study, definition of term, and organization of the proposal. Chapter 2 is the literature review. This chapter discusses the underpinning, theory, previous research, hypothesis statement, conceptual framework, and the summary of the research. Chapter 3 is the research methodology. It covers the research design, data collection method, study population, sample size, sampling technique, research instrument development, measurement of variable, and procedure for data analysis.
Now is Chapter 2 literature review. Next. Introduction. Rapid growth of cashless payment due to fintech innovation and government initiative. For example, RPP by Bank Negara Malaysia. Rahmat et al. 2020. According to this, adoption rising but uneven among students due to ease of use, trust, and security concern. So empirical finding, Kao and Baha 2022, perceived usefulness, ease of use, and trust strongly affect behavioral intention about ASMI and Azami 2023, performance expectancy, social influence, and facilitating conditions are major predictors under UTAP. For the integrated framework, use of UTAP to form a comprehensive model explaining students' adoption of cashless payments. Main independent variables considered are these six, which is performance expectancy, facilitating condition, innovativeness, perceived technology security, social influence, and hedonic motivation. Next. Underpinning theory. The study is based on one highly reputable theory, namely use of technology, UTAP by Venkatesh et al. 2003. The purpose is to explain how users accept and use new technology by examining behavioral intention and actual usage. The core construct which adopt for this study, there are six, which are performance expectancies, social influence, facilitating conditions, hedonic motivation, perceived technology, and also innovativeness. Next.
2.3 previous studies. Based on past research, there are a few key factors that influence students to use cashless payment system. First, Chua et al. 2018 and Mehu et al. Found that students prefer to use cashless payment when the system is easy, convenient, and help them save time. In short, it makes life easier, they will use it. Next, facilitating conditions. Venkatesh et al. 2003 said that the things like good Wi-Fi, access to smartphones, and proper support help students adopt cashless payment. Since most students already have internet and mobile access, it's easy for them to use apps like Touch and Go or GrabPay. Then, there is a social influence. According to SAR and Danish 2018 and 2014, students are influenced by their friends, lecturers, and social media. When everyone around them is using e-wallets, they are likely follow too. It's a trend and also about fitting in. Innovativeness is another factor. Agarwal and Prasad 1998 mentioned that students who like trying new technology are more likely to use digital payments. They enjoy exploring new apps and systems that make life simpler. Next is perceived technology security. Sheikh and Kajal Luoto 2015 explained that when students trust the system and feel their data is safe, they become more confident to use it. And for the last one is hedonic motivation. When Katish et al. 2012 and Kim and Hall 2019 found that when students find cashless payment is fun, like getting discount or cashback, they will more likely to keep using it. And next. 2.4. Hypothesis development. Hypothesis 1 is about performance expectancy and how it affects the adoption of cashless payment. This means that when students believe cashless payment can make their transaction faster, easier and more convenient, they will more be likely to use them. It's also about saving time and improving efficiency in daily life. For example, paying for food, online shopping or tuition fees. Hypothesis 2 focus on facilitating conditions. This refers to the things like strong Wi-Fi, good mobile access, and government support such as the e-billing program that encourage students to use e-wallets. When the internet connection and facilities are reliable, students will find it easier to use cashless payment without any problem. Next, hypothesis 3 is about social influence. This means that friends, family members, and even lecturers can influence students' decision to use cashless payment. When people around them are already using e-wallet, students might feel motivated to try it too. Hypothesis 4 discuss about innovativeness. This is about students who like to try out new technology. Innovative students are usually the first one to use e-wallet or QR payment. They are curious, open-minded, and excited to explore new apps or payment system. Hypothesis 5 focus on perceived technology safety. This factor is all about trust and security. Students need to feel that their money and personal data are safe when using cashless payment. And the final one is hypothesis 6 is about hedonic motivation. This simply means how much fun or enjoyment students get from using cashless payments. Many students enjoy using e-wallets because they can get discount, cashback, or reward points. These small benefits make the experience enjoyable and trendy. When something feels fun and rewarding, students are more likely to use it regularly. Next.
Hypothesis statement. The study proposed that there is a relationship between each of the 6 factors: performance expectancy, facilitating condition, social influence, innovativeness, perceived security, and hedonic motivation, and the adoption of cashless payment among university students.
So as you can see at 2.6, this is conceptual framework of this study.
Now we'll present about the chapter 3 research methods. Next. Okay, 3.1 Introduction. This chapter explains the methodology used to identify factors influencing the adoption of cashless payment systems among university students in Malaysia. It describes how the research is conducted, including data collection methods and procedures to achieve the study's objective. The study adopts a quantitative research design as it involves measurable and numerical data. Quantitative research helps to test hypotheses and determine relationships among variables. Supported by Rama et al. 2020, who study cashless payment system uptake in Malaysia using survey questionnaires and statistical analysis. This enables an objective assessment of the influence of key factors on students' adoption intention, which are the 6 independent variables. The chapter is structured into 3 main sections, which are research design, methods of data collection, and also data analysis, to ensure that data collected are credible, authentic, and reliable. This aims to provide valid findings that answer the research questions and achieve the study objective. Next. 3.2 Research Design. The studies use a quantitative research design to analyze measurable data using statistical tests. This approach helps identify relationships between variables and test hypotheses. Rama et al. 2020 stated that quantitative methods are suitable for studying technology adoption as they measure users' behaviors and perceptions. Kia et al. 2025 also used a quantitative cross-sectional survey with an online questionnaire to study financial technology adoption among Malaysian youth. Following their approach, this study used a cross-sectional design with an online questionnaire to collect data from Malaysian university students at one point in time. The research combined descriptive and correlational design. Okay. And for the data collection method is structured online questionnaire. The data analysis tool, we have used the SPSS software. And the analysis method, we have descriptive statistics, correlation, and regression analysis. And this design ensures that results are reliable, objective, and applicable to university students in Malaysia. Next. Data collection method. Okay. Primary data will be collected using a self-administered online questionnaire similar to Rama et al. 2020, who study Malaysian customers' use of cashless payment. The questionnaire consists of 3 sections, which is Section A, demographic data, which consists of gender, age, university, year of study, and frequency of cashless payment use. Section B, factors influencing adoptions, which are the 6 independent variables, and also Section C, behavioral intention, which is the dependent variable to measure students' adoption of cashless payment system. And for measurement scale, Section B and C are used the validated scale from Rama et al. 2020 and Kia et al. 2025 on the 7-point Likert scale, which is 1 strongly disagree to 7 strongly agree. For distribution, the questionnaire will be shared online via WhatsApp, Telegram, and email using Google Forms. For the ethical considerations, participation is voluntary and all responses are anonymous and confidential. For data analysis, it conducted using SPSS involving descriptive analysis, reliability testing, correlation analysis, and data screening. This to ensure identification of key factors influencing cashless payment adoption among university students in Malaysia. Next.
(3.4) Study population. First, the study focused on university students in Malaysia who use or have experience using cashless payment system such as e-wallets, mobile banking, and QR code payments. Second, the population includes students from both public and private universities across Malaysia. Third, university students were selected because they are tech-savvy and frequently use smartphones, making them more likely to adopt cashless payments. Next, the target group consists of students aged 18 and above who have used at least one form of cashless payment. They are among the main drivers supporting Malaysia's move towards a cashless society. And the last one is these students are active users of digital channels for activities like paying tuition fees, buying food, online shopping, and money transfer. Next.
For the study, the sample size refer to the total number of respondents chosen to represent the population of university students, whether selected public or private university student in Malaysia. According to Craig and Morgan sample size determination table, the study aims to collect responses from at least 384 university students via an online questionnaire. Moving on to the sampling technique, we choose a non-probability sampling method called convenience sampling because we do not have a data on university student in Malaysia. If students feel like answering, they will answer the survey. This method was allow the researcher to collect data quickly and effectively. The online survey was distributed through popular platforms such as WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, and various university groups. It's making easy to reach the target respondent. Participants were selected based on their availability. As you can see on this slide, we have three criteria. Okay, next presenter.
Research instrument development. The purpose of this study to examine the factor influencing the adoption of cashless payment among university students. To collect data, a questionnaire was developed in both Malay and English to make it easier for students to respond. The questionnaire is divided into 3 sections. Section A, collect demographic information such as gender, age, university, year of study, and frequency of cashless payment usage. Section B, measure independent variable, including performance, expectancy, facilitating condition, social influence, innovativeness, perceived technology security, and hedonic motivation. Section C, focus on the behavioral intention, measuring student actual adoption of cashless payment. Next. Measurement of the variable to quantify student perception and attitudes. This study used the light scale, which is an interval scale. Respondents indicate their level of agreement with statement using 7-point scale. Strongly disagree, somewhat disagree, neutral, somewhat agree, strongly agree. Measurement scale are important because they categorize responses and strengthen the analysis. According to Fischler et al., the choice of the scale influences the research method, analytical approach, and the conclusion that can be drawn. Using the light scale, students can express their degree of agreement or disagreement with each statement.
And the last one is 3.9, procedure for data analysis. In step 1, we start with data screening and preparation. We check all the online questionnaire response to make sure they were complete and valid. Any missing or inconsistent answer were removed. This was to make sure our data was clean and reliable. Next, for the step 2 is descriptive analysis. Here we summarize the respondent information like gender, age group, year of study, and the type of e-wallets they use, such as Touch and Go or GrabPay. This gives us a clear picture of the student's background. Then step 3 is reliability analysis, Cronbach Alpha. This test check if the question in our survey were consistent. A value above 0.7 show that our result was stable and trustworthy. Step 4 is correlation analysis. This step looks at how each factor, like social influence, innovativeness, and hedonic motivation, is related to the adoption to use cashless payment. And in step 5, we did a regression analysis to see which factors had the biggest influence on students' intention to use cashless payment. And the last one is interpretation and discussion. Here, we compare our findings with past research to understand how technology, trust, and social factors actually shape students' behavior towards using cashless payment. All from me.
Okay, this is the summary for the research methodology. Okay, next. This is all for our group's presentation. Thank you so much, Doctor.